pain associated with traditional exercise. Call now to hear how you can be a part of this revolutionary body-shaping non-surgical process. Just off the 101 at Shea Boulevard, directly west of the PGA Superstore. Call 480-625-3100. That's 480-625-3100. If I traded it all, if I could. Welcome back, everyone. My next guest is Dr. Jim DeLung, and he is the owner of DeLung International. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do.
Absolutely, Carol. My name is Dr. Jim DeLung. I am a retired sergeant from the Phoenix Police Department recently in the last few years. But to add to that, I've had a leadership development company for the last 10 years. In fact, we're about to celebrate major expansive growth in the last 10 years, and we're really excited to move forward. I have a team of about 20 to 25 consultants that currently we travel all over the United States, Canada, sometimes into Mexico, and we have an amazing group of people that have areas of expertise, doctoral, master's degrees in pretty much every industry, both private and public, and that's why we are able to offer so many different programs.
Now, is that valley-wide?
It's beyond valley-wide. I have staff in Napa, California. I have them in Tucson, Gilbert. We have some folks on the East Coast. So we travel all over the United States and dabble into Canada sometimes.
Well, before we go on, I need to ask you, how did you evolve from law enforcement career to a organizational leadership person?
It really was a transformation. I can tell you that having worked as a police officer 20-something years ago, you really learn compassion in the community. And then I had the great opportunity to be able to get involved in advanced officer training. I will tell you that the city of Phoenix provided with me some of the greatest leadership examples I've ever seen in my life. And I realize also that's not by accident. These people, they train to be leaders. They're purposeful about leadership. And I was able to model that. And so by moving from, say, the community focus to an internal focus where I was assigned as the advanced training supervisor for the entire state of Arizona through Arizona Peace Officer and Standards and Training, that provided me an unbelievable amount of, say, face time. And then it helped me grow personally. Then I surround myself with a great team of people, went back to school because I realized after trying to become a leader in my own journey that every time I would go to a class, if I didn't know this, what else is out there? And so that fascinated me to the point to actually should have got my head examined to go back and get a PhD in business administration, organizational leadership. And that's really how I moved from the compassion to the passion of helping change other people's lives.
Now, you have written, oh boy, this is a long thing. And so you please tell them it's your dissertation, qualitative. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay. Examination of workplace satisfaction for millennials. It goes on, but tell everybody what that is, and we're going to offer it for everyone. You can not only get it from us by calling in here, but also it's in the Library of Congress. I just kudos for you on that one. And go ahead, tell them what it is.
All right, so it's qualitative, it's not quantitative. What that means is I had the opportunity to sit down with millennials. Specifically, I worked in the police area and industry. I can tell you that its transferability across the industries is spot on, based upon contemporary research. So what I had the opportunity to do is sit down with people and ask the question why, over and over and over. And what we did is we focused on recruitment, satisfaction, and retention from millennial-aged employees. Because it's very important when I go out and I hear from, say, decision makers, agency heads, CEOs, heads of state, if you will, they're always complaining about the hiring puddle that exists. Well, that hiring puddle is the largest pool that's ever existed in the American workforce. By my numbers, we're looking at somewhere between 102 and 107 million millennials. And so when we talk about recruitment, well, you're going to always get what you got because you've always done what you've done. And so we work with them based upon the responses from the millennials. As far as workplace satisfaction, I identified 13 different themes, factors that exist for millennials that really want to be brought into an industry, want to be satisfied in an industry. And we all want to be satisfied. The only two things an employee wants, value and validation. And if they're not getting that, they're going to start shopping. And so in that retention piece, when we talked about that, they told us these are the things that I want from my employer in order to retain me. Contemporary research shows that a millennial will keep a job on average 1.1 year.
Wow. That's sad.
That's our jobs as leaders. I find through my research and just anecdotal stories as well that it's very rare that an employee leaves an organization. They leave bad leadership. And that's where we step in, is we help first line, second line, all the way up to CEO. The least amount of tenure, I believe, is probably 20, 25 years in my organization. Everybody has master's degrees or doctorates. And I only tell you that to lend legitimacy to what it is that we're doing. The best part about it is we're very contemporary in who we are.
Now, your phone number to call is 628-333-9079. Your website is DeLung, and it's spelled D-E-L-U-N-G, but it's pronounced D-Lung, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's DeLung.com. And we're going to give everybody, you could go on his website, but we're going to give everybody that calls in, we want you to have his dissertation qualitative examination of workplace satisfaction for I'll say it out. I'll get it out. Millennials. And our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. And you can help anyone from anywhere.
Absolutely. I actually have a web studio in my office. So if we don't have the ability to do a face-to-face, that's the technological way of being able to create a relationship. It's easy to hide when you're on the phone, but it's hard to find a webcam.
Right. Now, hey, what are some of your consultants and areas then of expertise?
Perfect. So we have private sector as well as public sector. And so my private sector folks range everything from human resource to school district professionals to I actually have a former NFL quarterback. And there's a lot of motivational pieces that are in there, but please do not mistake us for motivational speakers. We're inspirational, much different. It's very, very scientific based, and we add it to your intuitive thought process, your intuition, to help you make better decisions. On the public side, we cover everything. We have federal, we have state, we have tribal, we have university colleges, we have municipal, we have county. We cover them all, and they're also from different disciplines throughout each one of those sections.
Again, that phone number to call them at 628-333-9079. And our number here is 602-277-5369. I'm not going to say it every single time because it's so long. I don't want to take away from your time.
Right.
But it's awesome, and it's helpful for anyone. Again, that's what I want you to say what it's for.
It really is. I can tell you that the number one piece that I go out and I speak is intergenerational communication and leadership. And people leave that class, and depending upon what life stage they're in their life, to say, I understand my children better than I ever have, or my grandchildren. What's funny is the personal piece that comes out of a professional product. That's the best part for us.
You can check them out. It's DeLung, DeLung.com, or call here at 602-277-5369. So if I am an organizational leader, okay, and what's in it for the manager?
Return on investment. Okay, here's what happens is I'm not here to sell you anything, especially our company. We're not here to sell you anything because people won't buy anything. They'll invest in everything. And what I mean by that is when you're talking about long-term employee satisfaction, that in general will equate also to productivity. They're not perfect, but I can tell you that what we do is I personally teach 56 different standalone modules by myself. Now I add 20 plus people in there. We're getting to the point now where we never say no. We have the experience to get there. So as a manager, we can come in and we can tailor and we can customize what it is that you're doing by doing a cultural analysis. I need a baseline. I need where you are today, where you want to be. And we also want to wrap all of our science as well as intuitive decision-making science seminars or classes. We want to wrap it around your organizational mission. If we're not supporting your organizational mission, there's no purpose in even coming in to work with your organization. And the truth is, if you're not happy, we've got solutions.
So why is personal and organizational development just important to you?
For me, because first and foremost, as a father and a spouse, okay, when you have those things, it's important for me to raise my children to move on to the next level, to make decisions without me. And so we're hearing these things about some of the millennial generation. Also, this is my opportunity to continue to give back to a community that gave so much to me. I now have the time, education, experience, and an entire staff and consultant group that we have a passion for others. And that came through all of our experiences in our lives, and we want to be able to return that now. And so we've created a business that we can come out and we can create solutions for people's problems.
This is important because when we talk to people like you, and when you work with people, you have different consultants that do also. It's not always you; it's somebody else that can
Correct.
come, and it depends on the kind of business,
Absolutely.
right? So, off the cuff here, in terms of it, what are some of the types of businesses that you work with, and how large or small?
Okay, so I've worked with single consults, and so to not throw out their names for advertising purposes, understand I've worked with single one owner businesses. You call yourself a business, it's a for-profit business, and we worked with them. And what we did is we helped them with a business model. We helped them with marketing techniques that may exist for them. We can also send some of that out. We work with them on how to maintain a plan and move forward. The largest company I've worked with is Fortune 100, if not 50. And I can tell you that was wonderful. And I went in and I trained their people how to motivate and inspire others internal to their own organization.
You got to check him out. It's on his website. It's DeLung, DELUNG.com. Also, I'm going to let you keep on calling here for his dissertation qualitative examination for those millennials. Our number here is 602-277-5369.
Problems? Are they keeping you up at night? If your tax problems are affecting your family life, you need to know you have options. Call Ted Watkins, enrolled agent before IRS, the tax expert who will handle your case. We negotiate settlements with the IRS, the Arizona Department of Revenue, as well as prepare past due tax returns. Call us at